Hello and welcome to Catalyze Music Academy. My name is Zaak Kerstetter and I'm an Ableton Certified Trainer. And for today's quick tip, I want to talk a little bit about how to make a textured, almost kind of metallic plucked bass sound, sometimes called the donk sound, depending on what kind of music you're making. This is used a lot in different styles of house music and kind of variants on house music, but it can be used in a variety of different ways. And we're going to be using a couple sine waves and a little bit of FM synthesis to create this. I'm not going to get too deep into the details of how FM synthesis works. That's a topic for a much longer video. This can be real kind of quick, just overview how to use a synthesizer like Operator to make this kind of sound. So inside Operator, we're going to start with just a straight up sine wave, played in kind of a low octave, sounds like that. And we want to make this sound a little bit more plucked. So we're going to take the sustain and turn this all the way down to negative infinity, kind of like what we're doing for some of our drum synthesis in a previous video. However, we want this to decay for a little bit longer, have a little bit more of a tail to it. So we're going to take our decay and change that to 1.5 seconds. And that way it kind of tails out for a little bit longer. We are then going to get oscillator B involved, or operator B involved, and we're going to start turning up the volume. And you're going to hear this start to add or change the textures of this sound quite a bit. It's going to be adding a lot more harmonics in there, which sounds kind of cool. And then the real key here is we're going to be using the coarse frequency to make it have that more kind of metallic texture to it. So the way the coarse frequency works, it's going to take the frequency of the note you're playing and multiply it by the number that's set right here, which basically moves up a harmonic in the harmonic sequence. So this does get very high pitched very fast, so be a little careful with it. But as I start to turn this up, we can already hear it even at only 7. It's a little jarring. It's not super pleasant. However, what we can do is we can go into our volume envelope specifically for operator B. And once again, take the sustain and turn it all the way down, and we can leave everything else the way it is. And now we're just going to get that metallic sound just at the beginning of the sound, but not the rest of it, which gives it that nice kind of knocking that you'll hear a lot, like I said, in different styles of house music. Let's try turning this down an octave, see what happens. Sounds pretty cool, and we can adjust the amount by controlling the volume right here. I usually find the sweet spot is right around 12 o'clock, but you can move it back and forth a little bit depending on what you're into. We can also try cranking the coarse frequency. It's going to sound very metallic the more I do that, which sometimes is what you want to go for different styles of music. If you go even higher with it, you get that really kind of piercing sound. This is used more in like dubstep kind of sound design, if that's the kind of thing you're into. However, there's sweet spots kind of all over the place here for different kinds of sounds. If you want to get a little bit more involved, you can take the volume of the next operator, operator C, and start cranking this up. You get a little bit more kind of texture in there. And we can also go nuts with the coarse frequency here. We don't even need to bother with the volume envelope that much. We can just leave it where it's at. So all kinds of different directions you can head with this. There's really no right or wrong answer here. I mostly just want to point out that just by using sine waves and a little bit of volume envelope control, and mostly playing with these 4 knobs, volume of operator B and C, and coarse frequency of B and C, you can get all kinds of different sounds depending on how heavy or aggressive you want to go with it, or more kind of light and gentle. And these work in lots of different octaves as well. From here, if you want to expand upon this a little bit more, you can go into your filter, and there's a nice really built-in saturator. We're not even going to be using our filter. We can just pick one of these saturator modes and crank up the drive a little bit. Let's actually make this sound a little more like that. Turn up the drive here. That's a great way to beef it up without even using any other effects. And then from here, you can just start slapping on whatever effects you really think will make this sound even cooler for the kind of music that you're into. So that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed watching that. Hopefully that's helpful. Try it out. Try tweaking, especially these 4 knobs. See where that gets you. And then if you make something cool, make sure to hit the save button, and that way it gets added into your user library so you can use it again in the future. So if you did enjoy watching that, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. You can also check out our website, catalyzemusicacademy.com, for more info about lessons, workshops, and other Ableton related things we're going to be doing. And if you have ideas for topics you'd like to see me cover in the future for these quick tips, please feel free to leave those in the comment section below. I'm always looking for new ideas for topics to talk about. So thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.